Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. And in today's video, we actually have a few things to cover. I already thought we had a few things to cover. I sat down to do that video, and then there were even more things than I expected. So first things first, maybe the less exciting bit of news, but Sun Wukong obviously is in the game. His Sun Wukong login chase has started off. So reach 7 days of play before the 31st of October. So obviously you have to start collecting this even a week before the 31st of October. So I don't know, the 24th or 23rd, something like that, in order to get this champion. But you can get him then. So he is in there. One interesting thing, they haven't said where, but he does have a skin. So this is his classic skin, which honestly looks really great. Then he has a victorious skin, which again, honestly looks really great. I mean, I actually love this. There's beautiful detail on the armor. It's very cool. I mean, the biggest difference is instead of this like Goku type hair, he has much more slicked back hair. He actually looks a little bit like me. That's a bit disturbing. And the man bun has been turned into feathers. So I don't know. This one has been inspired by me. Oh, that's a really cool animation. Damn, that's sick. So yeah, he's looking real good, honestly. We don't know how to get that yet, though. It is called Victorious, so probably from winning some sort of difficult tournament. I mean, we'll find out soon enough, I suppose. Now, second bit of news. There is a brand new Void Legendary champion, Shuzan, who just showed up in the game out of nowhere. So she's in here looking kind of cool. I was actually a little bit disappointed, perhaps, by the visuals on her. What do you guys think? The visuals, to me, don't look very good. Like her portrait is cool, but when we actually look at her, she's got like the same stance as a lot of the champions in the game. So that's a bit disappointing for a Void Legendary. And I don't know, her face looks a bit like fake or plasticky. And I don't think it's supposed to be a mask. I just think it doesn't look quite right. You know, if we compare her visually to Yumiko, like I feel like Yumiko looks way better, right? Yinro, I feel like she doesn't look great. She looks more like an epic. I don't know. Am I being too harsh here? I don't know. I'm a bit underwhelmed for whatever reason. But she's a support-based champion. Really strong base stats. Tons of speed. HP defense. And boy, oh boy, I haven't read her full kit. I read a bit of it and I said, oh my god, let's check this out. So, Spear of Providence or A1. Attack one enemy, 30 going to 50% chance of block active skills for 2 turns. And also an 80 going to 100% chance to steal 20% of their turn meter if they're already under block active skills. Pretty interesting. Obviously, polymorph could be something of a problem there, but I think, 50-50 to put block active skills is kind of cool. Doesn't have a ton of baseline accuracy, but we'll see what the rest of our kit is. This is the move I saw that made me go, whoa, target an ally. Let's read the second part first. This is a 3-turn cooldown when booked, Perching Petals. If the target ally is under a sheep debuff, removes it from them. First ever way to remove polymorph properly in the game, which is pretty huge. There is a chance when a polymorph sheep attacks that it can remove the sheep, and it can bring in allies to attack that are sheep as well, and they can have it removed. But this is the first one where it's under your control. I still suspect it probably still brings them back with 0% turn meter and at 50% health. So it's not great. I'd love to see the polymorph being removed and giving them turn meter or some sort of buffs to survive. But hey, this is an interesting first step to deal with polymorph a bit. And that gives me hope for the future that we're going to see. This probably seems to me a bit weak, but it gives me hope that we might see this be more powerful moving forwards. If they're not under sheep, though, gives them increased attack, increased crit rate, increased crit damage, and an extra turn. That is very strong. So yeah, removing sheep, I think that's cool, but I'm worried it's not going to be good enough. But honestly, giving an ally all of these buffs plus an extra turn is very powerful, especially with any damage dealers. She's got very high base speed, so you could really get a damage dealer popping off with this and bursting through their moves. Yeah, you could do some cool builds. Charge of the Valorous, her A3. 4-turn cooldown when booked. Fills the turn meters of all allies by 20% and puts increased speed on them for 2 turns. And has a 100% chance of decreasing turn meters of all enemies by 20% and placing decreased speed on them for 2 turns. This is, again, a really good move. We increase speed, we decrease speed with turn meter manipulation as well. Obviously, this was like the arena meta like 2 years ago. Not really the arena meta anymore. But nonetheless, I think that is very strong, and that's also generally very useful. That is amazing for Hydra with that turn meter and the speed manipulation. That's really strong as well. With the increase, she'd be an absolute monster. And like, if I put her into my hard Hydra team, I feel like with this buff as well, it's going to go absolute crazy, even though block active skill is not relevant for Hydra yet. That's pretty cool. That's a cool move. What does... I don't think anyone quite does that yet in the same move, like Lysandra. Gives you increased speed and 30% turn meter fill, 30% turn meter pushback. So it's very similar to that move, but she puts the decreased speed as well. Like Lady Kimmy in the same faction. She does turn meter increase, increase accuracy, increase speed, and then it's a second move to do decrease speed, decrease accuracy. This champion does both in the one move, which is it's kind of funky. Yeah, all right. Then Sovereign Sight increases this champion's accuracy equal to the amount of speed they have. That's intriguing. So let's say you build her 300 speed, maybe even more. She's going to get an extra 300 accuracy. Yeah, that's pretty strong. Like, especially if you've built her in like perception sets or you've got some accuracy anyway, you could get her accuracy very high. So she will be very reliable at block active skills. With increased speed too, she's going to be very reliable at decreasing turn meter, pushing decreased speed, and speed in arena battles by 30%. One of the best arena auras. Obviously, everyone's going to have Sun Wukong now. Everyone's going to have Arbiter. Speed auras in arena is going to be a much bigger thing. I'm certainly intrigued by this. I'm very intrigued, by where the arena meta is going to be going. I do feel like they are trying to shake it up for most players. I feel like for most of us, we've been in a fairly stone skin dominated meta for a long time. One thing I did, check out my Sulfurion showcase. I showed, for instance, how HP Burn now is capable of ripping off all of stone skin on your enemy actually quite easily, though there's not too many champions that can do it. But yeah, we'll see. Perhaps with more of this stuff added to combat polymorph as we move forwards. Yeah, with more speed auras coming into the game and strong speed abilities, it'll be interesting to see what happens. Now, are you going to be able to get Shuzan the Valorous easily? I've got no idea. We've got no information on how you might get this champion. Could it be a void guaranteed? We haven't seen one of those in a while for a high cost. Obviously, all the Krakens would be going for it just to have, you know, this remove sheep just to try it, even if it might not be good. I'd be curious. I'd be up for that because, hey, I don't have I've got a whole ton of voids saved up, so I could do it. But I don't know. Let me know. What do you think? Probably just added into the summon pool. But genuinely, my thoughts on Shuzan. I feel like she seems okay. She's not like absolutely blowing my mind as the best thing ever, but I love this arena aura. It's very nice. The speed manipulation is cool, but I'm not sure if she's going to do enough. I'm curious. She seems like a good champion. She seems like a good champion. Does she seem like Yumiko level? Does she seem Taurus Marishka level? No, I don't think so. Well, she does seem strong. She's certainly stronger than a bunch of the Void legendaries out there. So yeah, I'm curious what you think. But there you go. New Void Legendary randomly showed up in game. Now, a couple other things to cover that were supposed to be what the video was initially about. So first of all, let's talk about this Summon Rush event. Pretty cool. Summon champions earn missing champion fragments. This is a little weird. A little bit weird. But yeah, from Wednesday to Friday, that's going to be a special Summon Rush event. Very strange. Very, very strange. Where you can earn missing fragments. So, if you own between 75 and 95 fragments for these particular champions, you can earn fragments for them. If you don't own them, you're going to receive other powerful rewards, which probably means you're going to receive other really shitty rewards that are nothing different from normal. But this is the list of the champions. Pythion, Mighty Uko, I'm trying to get this up here. Walking Tombdrang, Supreme Elhain, Vlad the Nightborn, or Bivald of the Thorn. Like, if I bring over melhades.com, like, some of these are really old. Okay, Supreme Elhain was pretty recent. That was in March, but even that's actually... Time flies, right? That's been quite a while ago. But, like, Vlad and Bivald, like, when were they? They're very old. Python was back in January. Uko was back last September. That's almost a year ago. Walking Tombdrang was more than a year ago in July. Bivald was in May 2022. Vlad was in 2021. That's almost 2 years ago. It's almost 2 years ago. I think that's the oldest one. So what a bizarre event. What a weird event. You can earn fragments for a fusion you missed 2 years ago. What? Just weird. Just weird. Really weird. Now, I personally, I actually love the concept of having old fusions return in interesting events. This is not doing it for me though, like needing between 75 and 95. Like, for me personally, I feel like certainly by the time a fusion is 2 years old, like let's move on. Let's do repeat fusion events or like permanent fusion. Let's give what people ways to get those. Let people catch up if they weren't playing 2 years ago. Let them catch up to where we are now. We've had this champion for 2 years. Let other people start getting it as well. Even 1 year, you could start. I don't know, doing something. But this is bizarre, right? Like if they gave you enough fragments to get, it's a whole thing. But yeah, if you have 75 and 95 fragments of these champs, so like they are actually really good. Like Python's amazing, Mighty Uko's amazing, Tomb Drang is brilliant, though he's fallen off a little bit, but you could probably repurpose him as like a Hydra specialist, and use Artak maybe as more of a just Ice Golem specialist is probably what I will do. Supreme Alhain, I like all these champions. I think these are all really good champions, but some of these events are just very old. Um, and they're not giving you that many fragments. It's just weird. If they ran this sort of thing more often, if this was a frequent event, okay, cool, great, fine, you could catch up. And if it was available for all the fragments, but they run them like once a year and they give you a pittance of fragments. It just doesn't mean much apart from cool looking art. But hey, look, if you are in a position where you can finish this off, it's almost definitely worth it. It's going to be a summon rush. There's points for UDK's birthday. I will say, if you did not get all the points for the, I actually did it with a few small shards, got nothing good. But if you didn't do the Hero's Path event, which was a summoning event, if you want to get milestone 5, you got to do this one, right? You will probably still, again, my recommendation was to keep track of the events and what you were going to do. I've just been doing them all. So I've got 600 so far, though I haven't finished all the currently live ones. I would definitely recommend getting the 4-star split still. Getting up to that is a really big deal if it's any way possible. And it's not been too bad, but you are going to have to do some of these events to do it. So definitely consider, crunch the numbers, look through your stuff and what you can do and see if you can figure it out. Summer Deck of Fate. Here we go. Again, I talked about this yesterday. How do we get points for this? Earn points getting artifacts and accessories, so some dungeon divers. And there's a bunch of stuff on at the moment that might actually help with that. So for example, today, it's actually hit over to 11. I got to get my clan boss key in because it doesn't always work on Force Affinity. Need to upgrade my team slightly. We have today, there is, let me actually get the info up for you guys, official proper info. There's Fire Knight Turn Attack kicks in today. And today is going to be 3x for regen in Fire Knight Castle. So that's really good. Oh, wrong place. So Fire Knight, we're going to have a 3x event for regen running, I guess, for 2 or 3 days. So that's quite good. Regen is a really good, I'd say, more early mid-game set that basically hard carries faction wars and is essential for soloing many of the solo bosses. So setting up your solo runs, maybe Artak soloing lower stages of hard Ice Golem, he needs regen. Soloing so many of the Doom Tower bosses, you need regen. It's a really big mid-game set, I would say. On Saturday, it's going to be 3x speed from Dragon. So that's obviously going to be a big draw for people. To look forward to that this weekend. And then on Monday, it's going to be one I'm excited about, 3x retaliation from Ice Golem. I think retaliation set is really strong now. That's a pretty big deal for me. I think for things like Hydra and stuff, it's very strong. So good drop events going on. Now, this Summer Deck of Fate, so for 3 days, 22 hours still, it's basically going to overlap with 3x regen, which is a bit underwhelming for me. That's definitely the one I'm least interested in. I need regen much less than I need speed and retaliation personally. So that's a bit of a bummer, but hey, get some from that. Ranking up champions, it's going to be the biggest bulk of it because this is something you can repeatably do reliably. This will give you most of your points grinding that out. And then summoning souls from Soulstones. So yeah, I'll actually pull mine now and give you a bit of a gist. It costs 1,000 points to flip a card. My vibe on this event, there's some okay rewards in here. It's just a bit of fun. I really recommend, most likely, Saf will probably break down the maths and like the chances for these different items to show up in the chests and how many of these. He'll break it down more accurately as to exactly how valuable this is. So if Saf comes out and says like, "Hey, you know what? This is actually an amazingly worthwhile event." Okay, then go and really go hard for it. My typical reaction to all of these is, unless it's obviously insanely good, is to just take it pretty casually. You know, do it if you want to for a little bit of fun, but don't take it too seriously, and do not feel bad about skipping it. For me personally, I've got a few Soulstones here. I'm just gonna pull them for a little bit of fun, because why not? For the video. But you know, it's not a big deal. I'm not going to worry about it too much. It's not going to do too much for me, but the Soulstone events, as they are, they're not that exciting anyway. And I do find flipping the cards a little bit of fun, so I'm okay doing it, and maybe we'll get something good. Let's see. These Soulstones are normally pretty bad, and we got actually quite a few epics in there, which is nice. Let's go again. Only 1,000 fate points per this, and I've been saving. Oh, there's Frenzy, one of my least favorite new epics in the game. We'll have to clear stuff out as we go here as well. And looks like it's time to do a little bit of clear out. Let me pause. I'll be right back. Actually, before I pause, it's kind of nice. I got Tyrell up to 2-star Awakening, which is good. Actually, 2-star for Phoenix is pretty darn nice. That extra attack. Phoenix is a great champ. I need to do a showcase of him sometime. Gear Grinder, a rare champion that I think is actually fantastic. Oh, I've got a 6-star still for him. Sure, we'll give a 1-star Veteran. Why not? I think Veteran is a champion that scales off like HP, defense, and attack, I think. He's a bit weird. And okay, let me go clear them out now. I think they were all the ones to actually apply that were meaningful. I'll clear this out and be right back. All right, we're back. I think we have enough space now to pull everything, so let's go. Another 1,000 fate points. Let's see what we get. So lots of epics. That's cool. 1-star wishlist Renegade. I honestly forgot she was on the wish list, but hey, I think I might need to... I do still need to ascend one, and pretty much nothing from that. Let's pull the last 4. Let's go. Here we go. I have got a 6-star legendary a couple of times from Immortal Soulstone. I've been extremely lucky. Surely it will happen again. It says we pull a 1-star rare. Let's go. Oh, hey, oh. Hey. Okay, boys. What did I tell you? It's not a 6-star, but hey, that is a 2-star Taurus. Now, obviously, I don't have Taurus. Probably the most overpowered champion in the entire game. The thing that's sad about Taurus is that by the time I actually do get that champion, he's going to probably be nerfed. I've got 1-star Marishka. Oh, I already had 2-star Taurus. I've got 2 of them now. Yeah, I'll just sell it, man. Like, I'm not getting 2 Taurus. I probably can sell this old 1-star Ultimate Death Knight. I don't need that anymore either. It's not really worth much. I've got lots of nice stuff in here. I've got like my 2-star Duchess waiting. I've got my Marishka, my Taurus. I've got 3-star Grisor. That'd be nice for Hydra, wouldn't it? Couple of 6-stars lurking there for epic champions I don't have. Molly is one of my most wanted. That would be huge. And Soulless as well. Hey, bit of fun. All right, let's grab some of these coins. I think I'm just going to save these medium coins because I like the flexibility of buying a Soulstone if I need to for one of these events. I don't feel I need to for this one. We will buy an Eternal. We'll finish with an Eternal. I've got a couple of Immortals. I think that's cool. I'm going to save just to buy probably Essence. I really want to get like Sifi up to the 2 or 3-star, you know? That'd be pretty nice. So we'll see. We got Quargan, the Crowned. And we've got, drumroll, it's Hamoe. All right, I don't even know how to say her name properly. What is my wish list? I guess it doesn't even matter, really. Let's go. 5,000 points. The Eternal Soulstone. We have to work hard for this one. It is an epic. It's a 6-star Broadmaw. I mean, 6-star is nice. He's already 5-star. What would I get back? I get 100 things back for that. What would I get if I just sold it? I mean, that's probably worth just slapping it on. No, 6-star. I've got a few 6-stars. I could sell it for 3. It's only 380, like 280 extra. You know, I think for the sake of Broadmaw, he might show. Let's do it. YOLO. It gives him a bunch of extra speed. It looks snazzy. It looks cool. I'm doing it. I don't even care, man. Let's go for it. He might show up in like some Lizardman only faction stuff. Oh, look at this. So I actually am using a 1-star Renegade, and we can crank her up right now. I'm using this Renegade, a slow Renegade in Dragon, which is cool. Vrask, actually a great champion. Hey, we got some good stuff. Vrask, he is brilliant for Eternal Dragon because he keeps just healing with his A1, even if he gets locked out. I have a 6-star Faceless I don't want to use yet. Runekeeper Dazdirk, I think he's a super underrated champion. I say that critical of myself because I've never used him. I'm just going to throw this stuff on. I kind of like just Awakening champions, even if it is like better to just sell them. It's like they're, you know, practically speaking, they are useless. You might as well just sell the stuff. I'm never going to use these champions. But that being said, I do like you know, just having, and you never know. I might end up doing a video on one of these champions at some point. It's going to be kind of cool to have them a bit empowered. Um, that being said, there's been a few like 6 stars I've been holding on to, even though I could apply them because I'm like, do I actually want to? I don't know, but yeah, look, there we are. I think that's basically everything for that. I'm not going to buy more Immortals, I don't think, but let's flip our deck of fate. We're getting tons done in today's video. We have only 12 flips, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's what, 40 cards? So we're not even, we're only doing a quarter of the cards, basically. So here's what we're going to do. We're just going to go straight across. 50, we're getting lots of gems. Silver, that's really bad. Can we get another green? No, we got a blue, but it's an ancient. Okay. Let's go again. Another green, another green, another green, and a blue. Bummer. All right. Let's go down this side. Another blue. Can we get a third blue in a row? Drum roll. We did. Oh, we did. We did it. Hey, there we go. We got a void shard. That's not bad. That's not bad. Let's go again. We're going down this side. Another blue. Hey, Speed Cliff. I'm actually quite happy with that. So what do we get out of this? We got a few gems, you know, 100 and something gems. Got an ancient shard, a void shard. We got, you know, a few little bits. Nothing really spectacular. This is, you know, kind of what I'm expecting. Nothing really game-changing. Couple of nice things in there, but nothing game-changing. We'll get more points from doing dungeon divers. But yeah, I mean, compared to the big Soulstone summoning events we've had so far, they have had like sacreds and legendary books up for grabs. However, in order to get those, you need so many Soulstones. I think for most of you, it's just not available. So I think it's kind of fun flipping these cards. Personally, I think it's kind of fun. So I quite like that. As a Soulstone event, I quite like this. The rewards are pretty shit, but hey, at least it's a little bit of fun. And the rewards you're going to get for them are pretty shit no matter what sort of event you go for. Like, I know you're kind of looking at, and this is, I kind of like about this event, it gives you a very visual feel for like, oh yeah, these rewards aren't great. But, you know, you kind of forget with older events as well, the rewards are never that great. So that was all right. You know, I think a void shard was the best thing we could have possibly got from that chest. We got really lucky, honestly. So that was kind of a lucky one. Obviously, there's amazing rewards from the purple chest, but that's tough to get. Like, how many purple squares are there? There's only 10 anyway. So it gets pretty unlikely that you would pull them. But yeah, look, guys, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think of everything. Sun Wukong skin. We need to get our clan boss battle in before it flips. It's off 59%. If it goes red affinity, we're messed up. I could roll triple crit rate, I guess, though it's unlikely. It's probably going to be sold. And dude, could roll triple HP percent, but I'm not that arsed. Let's go. Quick battle. Yeah, let me know what you think about everything. Sun Wukong, the new Void Legendary, this event. Yeah, I'm curious what people think. And I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Let me show you. What do we get? Can we get another Void Shard? Oh, that could be okay. Maybe. Yeah, that's actually got good substats. Only 5-star. That's definitely a sell. See you next time. Bye-bye.